What's going on, guys? Danny, your Wi-Fi astronaut, back here again for another video. And today we're going to be touching over how to talk to your wholesale reps when you're going through negotiations or those first few phone calls, what to say to them over the phone, how to get them on the phone, what to say on email. Let's get straight into it. So as you guys know, what I mainly do in my business is Amazon Wholesale. I also do a little bit of OA, which I've actually recently been expanding my online arbitrage endeavors through the use of VAs and such. I personally don't like doing OA or online arbitrage. I don't like sourcing. It's not fun for me. So I hire other people, virtual assistants, to do it for me, and that part of my business has been growing, which is great. And maybe I'll make a video on that soon. But the topic of this video today is talking to wholesale reps on the phone and kind of, what to do and what to say. And the first thing you do is you need to actually get them on the phone. Now, this is particularly pretty easy. It's not difficult to get, the company you're trying to buy from on the phone with you, as most of them have direct lines. But the important thing is getting the right person on the phone. So when you first call the company, especially if you don't have an account, you're just going to get either just like some general random customer service person, or you're going to get a general person from the sales department. You always want to be asking for the sales department or the sales team head or someone from the sales department who can actually help you and who has the authority to negotiate on rates with you and, open your account and such like that. Once you identify the correct person to be speaking to about different, rates on products and stuff, and another quick way to know if they're not the right person is if they say they have to run it by someone else. Unless you're asking for like some crazy discount, usually there's built-in parameters of how much sales reps are allowed to negotiate down with you. So if they're saying, I got to run this by someone else, especially if it's one of the first few phone calls, try and figure out and see if there's someone else that you should be talking to on the phone to be able to negotiate better product prices for yourself. Once you have them on the phone, you're going to want to know what kind of terms you want to offer. So whether you want a larger discount in exchange for paying all right away, how you're paying, the terms of your payment are also very important. Are you asking for net 30, net 60, net 90? If you don't know what any of that stuff is, what I just said, go watch 2 videos ago where I go over my Amazon terms, and I'll have it linked down below as well. It's 25 plus free Amazon terms. It's like a cheat sheet, and it explains a whole bunch of different stuff, different terms and stuff. It's really good to have printed out and use it for your phone calls. But you want to know what kind of terms you want to ask for. So like I said, net 30, 60, 90. How are you paying? Is it by ACH? Is it by wire? Is it by credit card? The reason these matters is because, like, for example, the difference between credit card and an ACH payment or a wire payment is the fees. So an ACH and a wire has wire fees. And ACH, I believe the receiving bank, so they have to pay a fee on that. It's usually like $10, so it's not a lot. Wire fees are minimal. Wire and ACH fees are minimal, but credit card fees can be up to 3% for the distributor. So if they're, you can essentially, if you don't care about the cash back or anything, you could say, hey, well, instead of paying by credit card, which I see, let's say they have no fee on credit card payments, you could say, all right, I'll pay by wire if you can take another 2% off, because by doing that, you're saving them 2%, so you might be able to, or 2 or 3%, so you might be able to get that percent back as, it's an equal change in transaction. Like, there's like they're not really losing anything because they would have lost it anyway through the credit card if they're not charging an extra fee, and you just get more money off and get lower prices for your product. So it's a win-win for everyone. Also, the terms of the delivery. Sometimes I've negotiated being able to have stuff delivered like 1 or 2 weeks out, usually so that those products can go to someone else and I'll wait. I've been able to negotiate lower rates through that. Through back orders especially, which I don't recommend, I have prepaid back orders up to 6 months in advance, and I've gotten really steep discounts because companies want money up front. They want cash collected. Without cash collected, that's essentially a liability on their books, and they don't want that. Companies want cash up front, and they'll do different things to be able to get that. So another thing I've done is either by prepaying a full payment in advance, or I've even almost put like a money down situation, all in the name of negotiating better prices for myself and for my company, so that some of them I'm able to pass them off to the consumer, and then some of them I'm able to just deepen my prices. And the way I figure out which one I want to do, whether I want to lower my prices or do I want to just make my margins larger, is it depends on the competition on the listing. So, for example, if I know I have a really good product and it's selling decently well, but my cost of goods is kind of high, if I'm able to get that price lower, and then if I'm able to get the cost of goods lower and then also my price a little bit lower, I know my product will be doing better. If it's not selling as well as I know it should be at a certain price. And then other times, if there's a lot of competition on my listing, I may not lower my price just because that can start a price war. And if I'm getting a good share of the buy box, you don't want to get greedy. You want to just stay calm, stay cool and collected, and just keep selling at the price you're selling at as long as you're happy with that and you're moving enough products. It's important not to get greedy on Amazon because that's how price wars start. Because let's say the price is here, it fluctuates between here and here, and then as soon as someone dips below that, this person is going to go, oh my God, I need to sell, then I need to sell, then I need to sell, and then before you know it, your product hits a leads list, and then it's just going like this the whole way down. People are just fighting each other down to the bottom, down to the ground, and eventually it'll stabilize at some point. Usually it's like a few percentage point net loss. It'll sell through, and then the product price will go right back up once all those amateur sellers are out, and that's kind of the name of the game of how a ton of OA and RA leads work on Amazon. But that was kind of a side note. But going back to the sales rep situation, you want to be befriending almost and connecting with your sales rep, whether that's through their interests, your interests, where they're located, who they are, where they are in their life. If they're like in their 30s and have a girlfriend or a wife or a fiance, you want to figure out something where you can relate with that person. You have to figure out a way to relate to them. If you can't relate to your sales rep, maybe ask for a different one. But I usually have a different way to relate to each sales rep, just to become more of not like a friend, but just like a friendly business person. I don't want to be really their friend per se, but someone they don't get the phone call and go, oh my God, I got to answer this. Someone where they're actually almost excited to pick up the phone and talk to me. And don't always keep it about business. Talk about them to someone else. Talk about something else with them other than business. Casual conversation. If you're bad at this, watch some tutorials how to do it. But this is one of the keys to be able to be successful in wholesale. You have to be able to sell yourself and your company to these sales reps, to the other distributors and wholesalers, to be able to land the accounts. Like I said before, guys, my free Amazon cheat sheet is down below. Go download it. It's for free. It's 25 plus terms. I worked pretty hard on it, so please go download it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.